I had a very good metalwork teacher. He sort of inspired me in some ways. I did metalwork and automotives at school, and it was my sort of thing, so I followed it up, and I did 1 week of work experience here just to see if it was what I thought it was, if I was suitable for the job, and boss liked me, so he took me on, and a week later I started 1 day a week, and from there it's gone to full-time now. This is an example of something you'd do. It's a little, it's a mount for a hydraulic ram. So this comes out of a solid block of material, probably yay big. And you've got to cut it down to size. You've got to get exact dimensions in there, exact widths there, and then it's got to have certain holes drilled in it. The trade is not so much being able to do it, it's being able to set it up and do it. Because you can teach anyone to stand here and do the job, but if you have to change the job to something else, that is what the industry is. Yeah, the boss always tries to give me an example of how much things cost, certain tools, and you can break them quite easily and they're worth a couple $100. And when you put in perspective to what you earn a week, it really does scare you sometimes.
A lot of kids, you know, the light's on but no one's home, you know, like, and it's in one area and out the other. But Andrew's been very keen and he asks questions, and you know, he's always keen to learn, and that's very good.
Well, in my first year as a school-based apprentice, started when I started year 11. My week was pretty hectic actually. Monday and Tuesday I went to school. Wednesday in the afternoon I went to TAFE. Thursday I went to work, and then Friday I went back to school. So in essence I was at work 1 day a week, at TAFE half a day a week, and at school 3.5 days a week. Going from 1 day a week to 5 days a week is a big step. Getting up every morning is one of the harder things. You don't get to sleep in as much. But yeah, Friday is probably my second favourite day of the week, after Wednesday when I get paid, because you know, everyone loves the money. But no, definitely Friday, because if you didn't have that Friday feeling, I don't know what I'd do.
I'm Ricky Lee. I've been here for 2 and a bit years. I'm 3rd year now.
My name's Aaron Nielsen. 5 years ago I was a first year apprentice. When you first start your apprenticeship you do like a lot of basic stuff, do a lot of servicing and stuff like that, but that's where you basically learn a lot about the buses. So this is basically underneath what a bus looks like. It starts with the motor, which turns the gearbox, spins the gearbox and spins this tail shaft at high speeds, then spins the diff, which then turns the rear wheels. I
won the Ben Schiffley Scholarship last year, which entitles me to $15,000 because I'm a regional apprentice in a trade that's lacking in apprentices. It's definitely a trade that you need more people coming into, because all the older mechanics are leaving and they're the ones with the knowledge.
So if the driver's got a problem, they'll ride up, like this one here, the exhaust pipe's broken off, so it's just a bit noisy, this one. Being a diesel mechanic, like when you do your apprenticeship and that, like you veer off in your different directions, but things are very similar to a car. Like you can do stuff here that's pretty all the same as a car.
When I first started, I couldn't even move a tyre. Yeah, so this is a bus tyre. And when we put it on, it's got like a room in it that sits up onto the stub axle, and it makes it a lot heavier.
Yeah, no, she's pretty good, you know. Like it's like anyone when you first start, you know. It's like you get thrown into the, you know, the big picture, you know. You got a lot to learn. No, she's been doing well, you know. So yeah, she's doing as good as you know anyone could. You could ask from an apprentice, you know.
When I first decided I wanted to do this, I was nervous as hell because I was a girl and I wanted to be a diesel mechanic. So, but I stuck it out and I didn't listen to what everyone said because I got told I couldn't do it. But if you think you can do it and you want to do it, do it. Stick to what you want to do and you'll succeed. Because I guess, 20 years ago, girls didn't do this. But now times have changed, you just got to put up with it and say you can do it and prove everyone wrong that you will actually get there.
I'm Seaman Carmen Josie. I'm an aviation technician in the Royal Australian Navy. My main purpose is the maintenance of the aircraft and also working with their radars, sonars, also the anti-submarine warfare systems. So here we are inside the cockpit of the Seahawk. My grandfather was in the Navy as a medic, and he had a wonderful lifestyle. You know, you always heard about him talking about the culture and the people, like your second family. We replaced the entire main rotor head. You take the blades off, take the whole rotor hub out. We also run the flight line, which is where marshalling and refueling live aircraft and operational aircraft, which is really cool. Helicopters are very interesting. Like, I've always sort of been interested in mechanical sides of things and how things work. So it offered a different sort of experience to what everyone else was going to get, and just a really, really good career. When you travel in a helicopter, it's the feeling and the motion and the sound is totally different. It's not pressurised, so the cabin is, as the altitude is, that's what the cabin will feel inside. The Defence Force gives you more of a lifestyle. It's more than just a job, and you form really strong friendships from day one. And I've found that from recruit school, I've come across and had that initial bonding with people. Those people have travelled with me to Wagga, and then we've met other people that are like-minded in the same job and had 18 months to form really close friendships there. And eventually everyone ends up in Albatross, and it is one of the best decisions I have made. I honestly think that looking back at, you go to high school and it's drilled into you that the next progression in your life should be going to university. It's not necessarily the case, and I'm really glad that I did look at alternate avenues for education. You're earning money and setting yourself up for a career, as well as learning and getting hands-on skills.
I got a lot of opportunity there. I learned English and I got a job.
My name's Kate. I've got a diploma in Children's Services and I'm the room leader in the babies room. I've known Aline and her family since she arrived at the centre, when her children first started in care prior to her getting work here.
I grew up in Congo. I left Congo because of the war. I was just living in a refugees camp there in Uganda. In Uganda, I came here in Australia.
There was something about her and actually all of the Africans, just their personality. They were so happy despite what they've been through, their connection with children and with each other. And yeah, I just thought she was an amazing person and was drawn to her instantly.
When I came here, there was my first time to see the childcare. In our country, there is no childcare.
She looks at it as an incredible opportunity for her to become part of our society and raise her family.
When I came here in Australia, I didn't speak anything in English. So even I didn't speak the good English, but because they love me, they understand me.
For this, it is tailored for her. Her children are here. She can take time out to go and breastfeed her child. For here, it's just perfect. She can work with her children. That's a pretty lucky position to be in.
I love Australia. I live in Australia forever.
I did fairly well with my HSC. I managed to get bands 5s and 6s majority. So I had the opportunity to do anything and everything. And I think that was hard because now I actually had to make decisions of what I wanted to do with my life. We had some open nights where our career advisor would talk us through about our options, and traineeships were mentioned, but nobody really thought much of them. And it wasn't until I did some research myself that I found that it was such a good opportunity. You have the opportunity to be paid, you're studying and actually earning a qualification while getting experience in the workplace. It sort of clicked to me that while I was unsure of what I wanted to do, why don't I try something and then see how that goes. The New South Wales Training Awards recognises the excellence in vocational education and the training sector. My role deals with helping out with the general organisation of these awards. My day will start, I'll check the messages on the phone just to follow up if there's any calls that have been missed. There'll be filing, I have to keep up the filing. Emails, if I have any sort of questions asked through that, I try to do the best I can in everything that's asked of me. It's a great learning environment. I know some friends that have gone to university and they're not enjoying their courses and it doesn't look like they're willing to stay much longer. They want to sort of get out of what they're doing, and I've had them come to me asking what I'm doing and how a traineeship is. And traineeships are they're sort of pushed aside. Not many people have heard about them or realise how beneficial they are, to starting a career. It can be demanding, but it requires you to stay on top of things, and it's something that I'm enjoying.
I'm Jack Sacchetto. I'm a trainee guide for Z Access, and I've been doing it for about 2 years now. I ended up getting really into the outdoors through my brother. always used to like encourage me not to watch TV and go out and go on runs and stuff, or go climbing. The kind of people that go down the cliffs with us are used to people that have never done it before. It's like people with office jobs that just live day-to-day lives. Mum kind of likes it, but I don't tell her everything I do. She freaks out a little bit, so if I go in the details, she gets a bit scared and doesn't like me going out. Doing a course by co-ed, like abseiling, canyoning, just guide clients through caves and all sorts of stuff like that. When I was a bit younger, I thought I'd go to uni. I thought that's just what you had to do. And then like about year 10, I started climbing and realised like you can be educated not during school and university. You can go out and meet other people which will teach you. With a traineeship in that, I'm learning heaps more than I do at school, and it's more relevant to me anyway. The caving we do is pretty interesting. So we've got like caves like Grill Cave, which are really easy. They go for a long way, so you can spend up to 4 hours in here, get to the end and walk back, or we have more advanced caves. We usually meet the clients about 9 o'clock and give them an introduction, take them abseiling, have lunch about 12, go through a cave for a couple of hours. And a cave like this is really good because it has them to the side, so you can take clients through these little squeezes. My skills have developed a lot, like my people skills really, because I have had to communicate with a lot of people, help them through. My guiding skills in general, my rope skills, all sorts of things like that. Everything with the job's improved. When I'm fully qualified and I've done all my TAFE work, I could run my own groups out, but like take them out on my own and have my own employees. I feel like I'm definitely living the good life. I'm always outdoors, in the fresh air, having fun with good people.
My name's Jane Campbell. I'm in my last couple of months of my apprenticeship, and I currently work at Coding & Co in Tamworth. I knew I wanted to be a hairdresser from being young. I started working in salons when I was 11, but it wasn't until I got into my apprenticeship I really wanted to study further into colour. So what we've got to do now is get this old colour out, put some foils in there for your new colour. I think because of where we are rurally and how conservative people are, I never used to take myself as a creative hairdresser. Colour's what takes my attention, that's what I like. I do extra courses through our colour company that I go away once a month for. I got my basics of TAFE and your general idea of hairdressing. When I did leave, I still felt like I had to add on. It's an add-on to your trade. It's something extra that you have. And obviously people are drawn to you for what you can offer them. That's why I do go away and do extra study, because I want to be able to offer more than just the basic. Creative colour isn't for everyone, but you want to hang on to the people that you do get, because there's not many of them in the country. Our clients don't know a lot about it because they do trust us and they give us free range. And that's something that happens when you build trust with your clients, and you have to do that to build a clientele. My biggest ones were when I learned to say no. I let someone think that something was realistic once, and it was a horrible outcome. And she was red and she wanted to be blonde and she went pink. Tell them what they can achieve. Don't give them unrealistic expectations. I've never really done much with my hair. I'm not out there. I really wish I could break that barrier and do something really funky and different, and I've got no time and patience for it. I'd rather do someone else's.
My name's Jesse Eldridge. I'm a distribution linesman slash cable joint apprentice with Endeavour Energy, and yeah, today's my last day. I'll be signed off as a tradesman tomorrow.
It's looking pretty good up.
I enjoyed high school, but towards the end I was ready to get out and start working, you know. I wanted to start my career, start earning money. I couldn't see myself at uni in a classroom for another 5 years, you know. Like, I liked the idea of working outdoors, and I did know a few people that were in this industry. Like my stepdad worked for Endeavour Energy.
Can you just watch that rope under his wheel, Scott? He's about to rip the aerial off.
Yeah, he'd been there for 10 years, you know, and still enjoying his job. That influenced me to get into this industry a lot. Basically the first day that I got out in the depot, you start working in the cherry pickers and yeah, start climbing like these guys up here. All this is planned work. It's all programmed. You know, all the customers get a notification that their power will be out for the day. Teamwork's a big thing. You always got to be thinking in this job. There are a lot of things that can go wrong if you don't follow the safety rules. Once you spend a bit of time on site, it's easy to sort of figure out, you know, what order things need to come into place, and it's easy to sort of find where you fit in. And now that I've finished my apprenticeship, I feel confident in all aspects of line work. I enjoy teaching less experienced apprentices, younger apprentices, new skills, and basically just teaching them about the job. It's a good way to go. It gets you straight out into the workforce and starting your career early.
Should we go 2 clicks on the road?
Yep. Tomorrow I get signed off as a tradesman, and I'm really excited. Like, you know, it sort of signifies like the end of one stage of my career. You know, I finished my apprenticeship, and I'm looking forward to starting a job up in Mossvale and moving on from there. You know, I'm just excited to finish my first stage of my career.
My name's Jessica Laker. I work for Rockpool Bar and Grill. I'm a second-year apprentice. My passion for food came from growing up in a family that was surrounded by food. After school, I'd be doing experiments and things like that before anyone came home. That was what kick-started me wanting to cook for other people, because it brings everyone together. There's definitely a stigma around apprenticeships. A lot of people, when I brought up the idea with my friends and my family, they had the idea that I wouldn't be as well educated, or I'd probably work in some slummy restaurant. It's the complete opposite. I feel like I'm fast-tracking myself quicker than my friends who are still in their university degrees, working part-time jobs at Gloria Jean's and McDonald's while I'm working in a kitchen with Neil Perry. When I first applied for apprenticeships, I researched it and I found 3 and 2 hat restaurants in Sydney. Rockpool Bar and Grill replied saying that they'd love to see me for an interview. I can come in for a trial as well. It was one of the most exciting moments ever. I'm still blown away. You come in and you're walking up from Wynyard Station, you're walking up just looking at the restaurant. You come down in your chef's uniform and you're still kind of looking around every day. When my parents first came into the restaurant, I could see how impressed they were. Because it's an open kitchen, they sat down and they're looking around at everything and they were just amazed at the beautiful building and that they could see me cooking their food. Cooking for people, you can see them enjoying their food and it's right in front of you and you've made that, and it gives you this sense of pride that you can make someone feel that way. An apprenticeship like this, especially at such a fantastic restaurant, gives me the opportunities to go anywhere I want to. I can only go up, really. I want to be the best I can be.
My name is Jordan and my role at the school is the teacher's aide. So I'm working in a classroom, it's a 3-4, and just helping them with stuff that they need, what the teacher needs me to do. And I'm here Thursdays and Fridays and I work with Alyssa and the class, and I'm at school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've always loved working with kids and things like that. I dance teach. Some people probably couldn't be a dance teacher. I know they'd try and pull their hair out doing it. But no, I love that, and I've always wanted to be a teacher. So I said to my careers advisor, if anything comes up for teaching scholarships or traineeships, let me know, and that's what she did, and I took it. How could we make that an adverb sentence starter? At the start of the year there were words that they couldn't read, and now it's only been a couple of months and you can kind of see the progress of words that they used to have trouble with. Now they're speaking and saying them fine in their reading and stuff like that, which is really good.
Have to spread.
I used to struggle in primary school with reading, and I had teachers that helped me, and now I look back on it and say, wow, like I'm helping these kids now, which is really, I love seeing that. As Lisa looks at the blank page, comma, I have to still complete my assessments at school, and then I complete my assessments with the TAFE work and the traineeship. I come out of Year 12 with a Certificate 3 in Child Services and Education and have guaranteed entry to Wollongong Uni for 2014.
That again. So, on the way.
Just seeing kids that struggle to read and you working with them to see their progress in a couple of months or in a year's time is always a good feeling to know that you help them with that.
Hi, I'm Carly Brogan and I've been working at the New England State Training Services for the past 3 years now. I'd actually wanted to be a hairdresser when I was in about Year 7 because I could drop out in Year 10. I didn't enjoy school at all, but I pushed on it and completed my HSE because I knew that that was something that I would use further down the track. I thought it would be a lot harder process in getting a position within a government department. I just approached State Training Services and I was successful in gaining an interview, and I guess I did well, and here I am. On a normal, I shouldn't say normal, but on a normal day, it can be processing ingoing and outgoing mail, starting with that. Then also actioning correspondence that may come in to do with contracts of apprenticeships and traineeships. They're tough days. Workloads are very crazy in here at the moment, so you've always got the stress of leaving work on your desk at the end of the day, but you can't stay here forever. The State Training Services aren't sort of a boring organisation. You've always got people coming in with a different inquiries. So it's not just coming to work, sitting at a desk and typing all day. It's not, oh, I'm just working in an office. It's okay, I'm going to have a go at this, I'm going to progress on and further my career, so I'm going to take on any extra work people above you may throw at you. I've been offered to do jobs that may be a little bit higher above a traineeship, which makes it exciting. I'm looking at it as a positive opportunity to move on and move up. One day, yeah, I would like to be higher at the top of the chain, but there's a lot of work to be done before I can get there, but I'm keen to do it.
My name's Kieran Brooks-Smith. I've been working at Joy for the last 5 years. The first 4 of those were my apprenticeship, and they put me on as a tradesman, fitter and turner. Our machines come in as a chassis, hose it all up, put all the parts